Hey guys, welcome to Conceptual Geometry, Worksession 7.4, Virtual Answer Key on Locus Theorems. Question number 1. Iron Man needs to travel so that he is always equidistant from two volcanoes. Otherwise, his suit will melt. Sketch and describe the path he can travel. So what we're given here are 2 points, and the path we are going to travel goes directly between them, obviously, but also perpendicular to the segment that would be formed by connecting those. So it would be approximately that path. How you would describe that is the perpendicular bisector. Question 2. A car's lane assist feature will beep if a car is more than 8 feet from the center of the lane. Sketch and describe the farthest possible locations from the center of the lane the car can be without triggering the lane assist. In this case, we are given a line, and what we are going to sketch are 2 lines, one up above and one below. And I'd like you guys to indicate how far those lines are from the center. So in this case, it's 8 feet. Sketch and describe. All right, that's going to be important. Sketch and describe. So I would say 2 parallel lines, each 8 feet from the center. Question 3. A plane flies so that it is always equidistant from 2 intersecting mountain ranges. Sketch and describe the paths the plane may fly in relation to the mountain ranges. So here we're given 2 intersecting lines, and what we sketch when we're given 2 intersecting lines will be a path that goes exactly between them. And remember, there's 2 possible locations for that. We call these the angle bisectors. So that's how you would describe it. All right, moving on to the next page. 4. The school wants to plant flowers 10 feet from a tree in the courtyard. Sketch and describe all the possible locations they may plant the flowers. Once again, here we're given a point, and you want to plant flowers 10 feet away. You could plant them in a circle around the base of the tree. So you sketch in the circle, the radius is going to be 10 feet. And I can describe it by saying a circle with center, tree, and radius equal to 10 feet. And the last of our 5 locus theorems, a disinfectant machine needs to be equidistant from each side of the hall in order to maximize its effectiveness. Sketch and describe the path the machine must travel to maximize its effectiveness. The given information here would be 2 parallel lines, and to be equidistant from those, you would be a 3rd parallel line right down the middle. So you'd sketch that in. It doesn't tell us how far apart those walls are, so we don't have to put in any numbers. And to describe it, I would just say a 3rd parallel line in between, or exactly in the middle, something to that effect. Okay, so now we're going to combine these. Number 6 says point P is 7 units from line TC. So here's line TC. Here's point P. It's already drawn for us. Part A says sketch the locus of points 5 units from line TC. So if I give you a line and I want you to be 5 units away, you're going to sketch 2 lines. So let me do that first. Okay, so I have to count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do a dashed line going across. So I have 1 up above, and then I go down 5 and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw this going across. Okay, the next one says sketch the locus of points 3 units from point P. So here's point P. I need to be 3 units away. That's going to be a circle. The best way to sketch it is to start at point P and go 3 units to the right, put a point. Go up 3 units, put a point. 3 units to the left, put a point. And down 3 units, put a point. And then you want to sketch in a dashed circle that goes through those 4 points, like so. And the last question says how many points satisfy both parts A and B. So it would be where the red circle intersects your blue lines. And I think it's easy to see 1, 2. 2 locations. So that would be the answer to that. Okay, moving on to number 7. Point P is on line TC. So there's point P. Here's line TC. We're going to do something very similar to what we did in the last problem. Sketch the locus of points 2 units from line TC. So that's important to understand. We're starting with the line. 2 units away would be a line up 2 units and a line below 2 units. Okay, now I want to sketch the locus of points 3 units from point P. So I start at point P, I go 3 units to the right, put a point, go up 3 units, put a point, left 3 units, put a point, down 3 units, put a point. And now sketch in that circle using a dashed line. And the last part, how many points satisfy both parts A and B? Well, you want to know where does the red circle intersect the blue lines. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some students like to put X's on them. That's fine. You can do that. Just make sure you answer the question. 4 points of intersection. Okay, number 8. It says a tree is located 40 feet east of a fence that runs north to south. So this diagram has been drawn for us. Here's the fence. Okay, right there, fence runs north-south. Here's the tree. It's 40 feet east. So it's already drawn for us. We don't have to draw it. That's great. It says a treasure is buried 20 feet from the fence. Sketch and describe the locus, or sorry, just sketch the locus of points 20 feet from the fence. Well, 20 feet from the fence, since that's a line, will be 2 lines, one on either side. But we have to pay attention to the distance, 20 feet and this. That's 40 feet. So how does 20 compare to 40? Well, it's half. So this line here is going to be halfway between the fence and the tree. So make sure when you sketch that in, it's semi-accurate. And then don't forget you've got one on the other side too. That distance is 20, and that distance is 20. Okay, next part. We also know the treasure is buried 30 feet away from the tree. Sketch this locus, 30 feet away from the tree. Well, the tree is a point, so I'm going to sketch a circle. The key is the radius of that circle is going to be 30. How does 30 compare to this distance? Well, this whole distance here is 40. This distance here is 20, which makes this distance 20. So where's 30 going to be from the tree? Well, it's going to go beyond 20 and 10 more. So it's going to be approximately right here. So when you sketch your circle, you need to make sure it crosses this blue line, blue in 2 spots. So let's do that. We're just estimating. We don't have a grid, so you're just going to freehand sketch this as accurate as you can. Draw on that radius. That is 30 feet. Now, put an X on the 2 locations the treasure could be buried. Well, the 2 locations will be where the red circle intersects that blue line. And I'll put an X here and an X here. Okay, moving on. Question 9. Points S and T are 6 units apart. There's S, there's T. They both appear to be on this line also. We start by sketching the locus of points 3 units from point S. So from a point, that's going to be a circle. Go 3 to the right, go up 3, go left 3, go down 3, and sketch in a dashed circle. Okay, I took care of that part. Sketch the locus of points 2 units from line ST. So now I'm starting with a line. 2 units away will be 2 lines, one above, one below. Okay, 2 units away. So I go up 2, drawing a line. Go down 2, drawing a line. How many points satisfy both parts A and B? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That answer would be 4. Number 10, lines M and L intersect at point P. Sketch the locus of points equidistant from M and L. So we haven't done this one in a while. First page. When two lines cross and you want the locus equidistant, remember we want the angle bisectors. So we'll sketch in something like that. Equidistant from those two lines. I've got one that goes up and down and one that is more horizontal. Okay, so I just took care of that. Next, sketch the locus of points 3 units from point P. So from a point, that's going to be a circle. 3 to the right, up 3, left 3, down 3. Using a dashed line, create that circle. Okay, how many points satisfy both? Be careful here. I'm only concerned about the blue lines and the red circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 would be the answer. And the last question here. 2 radio towers are located 70 miles apart. Okay, so there's one radio tower, there's the other, 70 miles apart. WKRP can broadcast up to 50 miles away. Looks like they forgot to change this. Let's do that right now. WKR, that should be a P, I believe. Can broadcast up to 50 miles away. Sketch the locus 50 miles from WKRP. So we'll do that first. We're basically forgetting about this other station and only focusing on that one. So from a point, you're going to be 50 miles away. Well, that's going to be a circle. But again, here's the key. This distance here is 70 miles. Half of 70 is 35. 50 is going to be more than that. So my circle is going to start more than halfway and look something like this. So I'll do that one first. And that radius is 50 miles. Okay. Next one. WCMF can broadcast up to 40 miles away. Sketch the locus 40 miles from WCMF. I think they forgot to change it down here too. So this is WCMF. All right, so 40 miles away is more than halfway, so it'll be over here somewhere. Not quite as much as 50, so this circle should be a little bit smaller than the one we just sketched. Its radius is 40 miles. And then the last part, place an X on the 2 furthest locations you can pick up both radial signals. So that's where the blue circle and the red circle cross. All right, and that concludes the video key for Worksession 7.4. As usual, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you in class soon.